Hello everyone, welcome to the first video on this channel, and judging by the fact that you already know what game this is, we're just gonna play. And I guess I should talk about what this, series is going to end up being. This series is going to end up being a series where we play Stardew Valley, of course, and we are mostly going to use this as a means of just talking. What I mean by that is I'll talk about basically anything. It'll sort of just be like a solo podcasty kind of video series. And I guess I should make my character now. What shall I call the farm? There we go. Favorite thing. What shall the farm be called? I'll come back to that later. Let's get the hair down. Let's get the sweater down. There it is. And I have to get my typical red collar. Well, scarf, but yeah. And eye color has to be blue. Hair color, light blue. There we go. And let's make the pants a bit darker. And because I'm pretty sure all of you know the intro, let's skip that. So we could just get right to the farming. So, favorite thing. Oh, it actually fits. No, wait, it doesn't. Fuck. I thought I was pressing backspace. I guess not. This is actually really hard. I'll just be generic, why not? And the first day of farming begins with parsnips. Alright, so I'm gonna turn down the volume because this game is loud. It resets every time you make a new game for some reason. I don't know why. So, that should be good. So, what are we going to talk about this first episode? Well, I was going to talk about why I ended up making a new channel, because if you know, I used to be known as Zaya Avenesia, but now I am on Terra's Mind. So, the reason why I did that is because I wanted to more or less begin a new chapter in my life after experiencing a week of nostalgia. So over the past week, I basically went on one giant nostalgia trip, and I ended up thinking about where I am in my current point of life. And I realized that I was not happy with how I was feeling at this point. So, what ended up happening was the first bit of nostalgia that I had was with some of my friends. I'll say Shores and Lucas. They're some of my closest friends. We were playing Minecraft 1.13 since that update had just dropped. And we were having a ton of fun. We were reminiscing about times that we had in the past, how we met, and everything like that. And this is the beginning of the whole week of nostalgia. I started thinking a lot about the people that I used to be friends with, a lot of the people that I used to talk to, and a bunch of things like that. So after that, after a few days, I ended up going on my Twitter and looking at a bunch of old tweets that were directed at me from people I used to know. And that ended up increasing on all the nostalgia that I had, and I ended up having more or less a really depressive spree, let's say. And I ended up tweeting about how I was really sorry about how I acted towards people at the time. Afterwards, I tweeted at two people, two of which I remember very fondly. One I was very close friends with at the time, and another I'm pretty sure hated me. But I ended up tweeting at them. Both of them ended up saying, hey, it's cool, you don't need to apologize. But I still felt bad. And I more or less... I was in a depressive slump for a few days. After a few more days, the same friend I talked about earlier, Shores, he ended up having a bit of a nostalgia spree as well, about some people I was previously in a giant Skype group with. A few of them I were on good terms with, a few of them were more or less neutral towards me, but a few of them despised me, for decent reasons, let's say. And after sitting down and really thinking about what really made me unhappy about just thinking about who I was in the past, I realized that what made me unhappy was that fact that I was just holding on to who I was in the past and not just moving on from who I was. Because I hated who I was. I did not like who I was at all, and because of that, I just held on to this sort of self-hatred and just general negative attitude towards who I was, and that more or less moved over to me not liking who I am now. And that more or less threw me into a fit of depression that I did not know how to get out of for the longest time. And if any of you know what having depression is like, you know how bad it can get. So the thing that made this whole thing difficult is that I had this self-hatred that I had towards myself was not easy to let go of. I had to basically have 1 week of self-reflection to figure out how to move on from what I had more or less caused myself. And after that week of reflection, I became actually happy because I figured out how to let go of who I was in the past. I figured out that only holding on to who I was is not going to make my life easier or anybody else who's with me's life easier. Because I'm currently dating, and I figured out that me being in a depressive slump isn't helping the relationship at all. And it's not gonna make my life easier, it's not gonna make their life easier, or their lives easier, because that's something I'll talk about later, but it's not something that is going to make anybody's life easier that's in my life. So the best thing that I could have done was figure out how to get out of the depressive slump, and that's what ended up happening. Now, I will say, it's definitely not easy to get out of a depressive slump. It's not easy to fight depression. It's not easy to deal with it in any way. Because much depression is just a chemical imbalance in the head. It's not something that you can just deal with. Hell, I'm still dealing with some bouts of it here and there. Like, it's generally hard to fight depression on its own, and that's something that a lot of people know, but a lot of people don't know. Mostly people from previous generations who don't understand the psychology or biology behind it. Because it is a psychological disorder caused by chemical imbalances in the brain, as I've previously mentioned. So there's still biology going on. And because of that imbalance, it causes emotional distress in multiple ways. Now, if you are experiencing depression, I will say you are not alone in your endeavor. Many people around the world experience depression on a daily basis. Well, I shouldn't necessarily say experience, they deal with depression on a daily basis. It's not just feeling sad, it's not just being suicidal, it's more than just that. Everybody experiences it differently. Some people feel empty, some people, like I said, well, some people do experience the generic sadness. Some people, as much as I hate calling it generic sadness, that's kind of what it is. Some people experience suicidal tendencies. Some people just, well, I shouldn't say experience suicidal tendencies. Some people experience suicidal thoughts. And, well, you are not alone in what you feel. So many people around the world deal with depression. So many people are fighting the same battle that you are fighting. Not necessarily the same thing that caused that battle, but they're fighting the same battle. And I will put links down in the description for suicide hotlines, suicide prevention, and other things like that, because I feel like that is going to be something that will be required for an episode such as this. Because depression is not something you should fight on your own. It's something I fought on my own for the longest time because I didn't know how else to deal with it. I thought it was something I had to deal with myself because it's a personal problem. But fighting it on your own is not something you should do, because that only tends to make things worse. If you can, seek out therapy, seek out professional help, talk to your friends, talk to your family members, tell them what you're feeling. And I will say that not every parent is going to understand what depression is like, because they think, oh, depressed, that just means sad. Well, you just stop being sad. And you know it's not that easy. And trust me, I've dealt with that with one of my parents. But in order to fight your depression, you need to have help. You can't just fight it on your own. I turned to my boyfriend and girlfriend, which, as I've said before, I will talk about that in a future episode probably. The boyfriend and girlfriend thing. But I have talked to them, I've let them know how I was feeling. I've talked to my friends, I let them know how I was feeling, and I told them that I'm tired of fighting this myself. And it does take a lot of strength to... It takes a lot of strength to get people... Well, to tell someone that you need help when you have depression, because you just sort of have this feeling of... it's a really hard to describe feeling. I'll just say that. And what makes it so hard, I really just cannot describe how it feels. But it just takes a lot out of you. It takes so much. And I'm sorry about this being really rambly. These episodes are not going to be pre-planned at all. They're just going to be done whenever I feel like. But I feel like that's what it'll give these their... I shouldn't necessarily say charm, but that's what'll give them... I don't know what that'll give them, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But what makes... I guess don't fight depression yourself is just what I'm trying to say. But for now, after that, I guess I should focus a little bit on the Stardew side of this. Since I just spent so much time focusing on depression and other things like that. But I will say, Stardew is a very good way of coping with depression. It has always sort of been there. Well, whenever I have had depressive hits, I always just turn to Stardew. I don't know why it helps. I don't know if it'll help others, but it's 15 bucks. Recently got multiplayer. So if you have never played it, I highly recommend you give it a shot. Because it's helped me through depression. It's a fun game. It's just really... It's simple. It gives you something to do while you relax. And... it's just an overall really wonderful game. So... give it a shot if you get the chance. So, I picked the Hilltop Farm, because one, I've never actually picked any other farm than the standard farm. And oh, that's really annoying. That is actually annoying. But yeah. My main plan to make money at first, I'm actually not really going to be focusing on making money. I'm just going to try and bull rush my way through the mine. Since that seems to be a decent way to get yourself an amount of supplies to really get started. Because the better supplies you get, the easier it is to deal with crops. To deal with mining and to chop down trees and all that other shit. So... also, I should mention, the music in this game is wonderful. So I'll just let this song play for a bit. I'll stay silent so you can just enjoy. See how wonderful that music is? That's one of the reasons why I love Stardew so much. The music is just so perfect for what you do. It's relaxing, it's simple, it's ambient, it's just wonderful. I'm doing hand motions, but you can't see them, so it doesn't matter, but oh well. So let's go get some good nights. Actually, hang on, I should turn on the fireplace. What's it gonna be like tomorrow? Oh, living off the land. Let's see here. Spring onion. Forgot about that. Rain all day. Alright. I wonder if the mine will be open. Actually, the mine opens on the 6th, I think. Could be wrong, but I guess it's worth a check. It's raining, so I don't have to worry about the crops. But... Ew, Jojo Mart. Never do anything for Jojo Mart, they suck. But, let's go check out and see if the mine is open. Gonna grab that. And that, since these go to the community bundle, which, if you haven't played the game, you'll see later. Oh hey, the mine is open. Cool. So, here's where we will be going for the first bit of the game. And we got a sword. Alright, let's go. Well, that was easy. Next one. Alright, yeah, those ones you only have to hit. Well, the main ones that don't have like the shiny color to them, you don't have to hit them more than once. The ones that... Oh, there we go. Let's go down this one. Ooh, there we go. Now, we can start getting some medals. I'll pick up the quartz, because that'll be required from some stuff later on. Let's see. Great. I have a bandage on my index fingers that's making it a little bit hard to scroll. But let's go over here and mine this copper, since all the copper we can get is gonna be good. Next floor. There we go. Now we can come back down to this floor whenever. What other quests do I have? Well, that makes my life easier. Let's grab the quartz. Let's see what these crates have. Sneakers. Let's grab those, since those help. Oh, I didn't actually know that they changed the color of your feet. Did not know. It's good to know. Oh yeah, ring. Let's grab that. Small magnet ring. That'll help with grabbing things that fall over the boundaries of the map. Let's see if there's anything else I can talk about here. I can get rid of the horseradish and leek. We could grab some more of those later. But let's see what we can talk about. I guess I should talk about why I'm making videos again. So, recently I've been more or less just experiencing a creative itch, and I'm gonna see if making videos like this help sate that creative itch, and if not, I guess I could try doing more, let's say, resource-intensive videos where I actually do a lot more editing, a lot more planning, scripting, and other things like that. But I guess that's something we'll have to wait and see how this goes first, and we'll see if this sates creative itch. Well, not sates, scratches the creative itch. That's more or less it, so not really much else to talk about there. Oh yeah, there's a way down here. Wow, I'm blind. Let's eat this green algae, get some energy. Let's kill the green boys. And whenever I kill the green boys, we'll be able to go down to the next level of the mine. Oh, and I should also mention... Oh, shit. Well, I should mention that this series is going to... Where was I going with that? Christ, how did I forget? Oh yeah, I'm not going to be playing on this world at all on my own. This is going to remain a world that I play on just as part of this series. So, there will be no progress between episodes that you'll miss. I'm gonna get rid of the slime and grab that. And a tip for the mine, always kill the enemies first, because they may provide a way down before you break rock, and it'll save you energy. Unless you're trying to get rocks, in which case, go for the rocks. But now I have to dig around, see if I can find some ways of getting energy. See if I can get some cave carrots from one of these. Nope. How much energy do I have? 9. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it down to the next level. Oh well. But I'm going to go take this to the museum, hopefully. I can work towards getting the translations. Because once you get all 4 of the Dwarven scrolls, you can learn how to read Dwarven, because there's a specific NPC in that cave that once you upgrade your pickaxe enough, you can break down that little wall, and you can talk to a dwarf. They don't typically look like the standard dwarves that you'd think of whenever you think of dwarves, but they're still pretty cool. I wish there was more stuff about the dwarves, but... well, can't complain with what there is. This is 4. I'll put that there. Let's put the topaz here. Put that quartz there. Let's get some gold. Hey, Leia. And Clint should be coming to talk to me tomorrow since I got this much copper ore. So... wow. But Clint should be coming to talk to me, and he'll probably give me the blueprint for a furnace. So that'll be something that'll be very useful. Mining has gone up. 100 extra gold is pretty decent. And I'm probably going to have this work on a 7-day cycle. Yep, there's Clint. He's going to give me the blueprint for the furnace right there. And Pierce telling me to get a backpack. Let's make that furnace. Now, where should I put it? Let's put it here for now. Oh yeah, the parsnips are done. Should go and sell them at Pierre's. Well, actually, I'll hold on to one, because I'll need that for one of the bundles. Actually, let's just sell these. Don't need to go to Pierre's for that. Put this in here. And let's go down and clear out a bit more. Actually, I should wait to clear out the grass until I get a silo, since hay is kind of necessary for winter. I didn't notice that you bend your knees whenever you do the animation here. And that sucked, so a lot of stuff just fell into the river. But a good thing about having this river here is that I can fish in it. At least that's what I read on the wiki, so... should be able to fish there. Oh, I don't have space for this. Let's just get rid of the fiber. And let's get rid of these. Let's dig up these seeds. Let's see what's here. Mixed seeds. I don't need those at all. Let's go over here and start clearing this out. These episodes are probably going to be about 45 minutes, so should have probably mentioned that at the beginning. 45 minutes to an hour. They're going to take a long time to render, but oh well. It's something simple I can do every day. Well, not every day, but every other day. Although I can only do an hour because, well, I don't want to overheat myself from the not having the AC on, since I turn that off whenever I record. And I can already feel this room getting a bit more humid and hot. And if it ends up getting too unbearable, I'll cut it off at 45 minutes. But for now, we can keep doing the farm stuff. I have enough for this. and clay. Well, let's go drop all this stuff in the chest and go to bed. Ah, cool. I can make a scarecrow now. And I can make a survival burger. I don't remember that, but decent amount of money to get this started. It's still raining, jeez. I probably should have read that one, but oh well. Let's go into the town and see if there's any cutscenes I have to do yet. Appears not. But I'm gonna go drop off some of these tools at the farm and then go mining a bit. See if we can make it down to level 15 in the mine today. And this will probably be the last day I'll record. So I guess it'll be on a 7-day cycle since that appears to be the average time. So, after today I will finish up the recording and let you all on your way. Right now it made it seem like I'm holding you as hostage. Oh well. I said it. I'm not going to do any real editing to this episode, so the only real editing I have to do is lining up audio. Let's get down to level 5. Kill the slimes first. I do have that quest that I have to kill slimes for. And I should probably kill these guys, get the bug meat. Since I can make it up. Well. Glad I didn't get hurt by that. Let's kill this bug boy. And that's why you kill animals. Animals? Bugs. Enemies, whatever. You don't just kill animals. Killing animals is bad. Oh, wow. I don't know how that happened. Maybe I'm just really bad at paying attention to my scroll wheel. And that quest is done. So once I get the chance, I will go into the Adventurers Guild and probably sell the slimes that I have. Doesn't appear to be any enemies on this floor, so I'll just break rocks. Actually, there is an enemy, but I doubt that's gonna drop the ladder. Nope, it didn't. Oh well. There's the ladder. And I'll grab all the copper that's here and then head down. I should probably kill that guy, since sometimes they can drop stuff. Well, I guess I just dropped the ladder. And I just noticed that these are here. Hardwood's kind of good. Cave carrot, good for energy. More cave carrots and some sap. Ooh, here's one of the best cave tracks. I'm just gonna let this one play. Well, that sucks. It stopped playing. Oh well. Oh yeah, those guys are dicks. But let's see if we can make it to level 15. Ow. Any more stuff over here? Nope. Nothing else. So let's just go down that ladder. It's hard to believe that this game was made by one person, but I guess at the same time it is pretty believable. Not sure what that means, or what I just said, but oh well. Might even maybe be able to make it past level 15. Sorry about the lack of talking, I'm just really listening to the music. But I think that's where I'm going to let this off today. Since we're getting close to, well, since we're going over 45 minutes and it's starting to get pretty hot in my room. But I can sell this, and then we can go back. Throw some coal in the furnace, and then sell all this other stuff that I don't need. Alright, now we go to bed. And that is where I'm going to leave off this episode. So, not really sure what to do for an outro yet, so we will see where this goes. So anyway, it was nice playing this, and it was nice just talking about my story. Nice just doing some stuff, so yeah, if you enjoyed watching this, then cool, I guess I'll do it more. So anyway, that's it for today. I will see you in the next episode. Peace.